An Allosaurus watches its prey closely, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But just as it sees the perfect moment to strike, it gets noticed. The Stegosaurus will not allow the Allosaurus's hunt to be successful. It looks like the Allosaurus might have bit off more than it can chew. Hello everyone! Welcome back to the Casino Co YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reviewing The Lost World's Jurassic Park Hammond Collection Stegosaurus. Now, as you can see, we're back on the review table again. Yeah, I know, it's still blistering hot outside, being like 115 degrees or whatever, so we're not doing that review outside for a hot second, let's just say. Also, I'm trying something different with the lighting, in case you can't tell. I usually have my ceiling light on, but I have that off this time. I'm solely relying on my extra lights. So if you can't see the figure properly, leave a comment in the comment section down below, which, I don't know, I'm looking at the footage right now, and I can see it just fine, so if you can't see it, go get glasses. Starting off with the box, we've already been through this box design like 8 billion times before on this channel, so I'm not going to give it such an eloquent description as I have before. We can see the Stegosaurus render in the bottom left corner of the box. On the side of the box, we have a whole bunch of words and the Lost World Jurassic Park logo. I wonder why they couldn't figure that out with the Tiger Raptor packaging. Anyways, we have some words here. I'm gonna read them for you very quick. I know, lucky you. Admiring the distinctive plates and spiked tail, Dr. Sarah Harding comes up close to a young Stegosaurus while trying to capture a photo. The noise from the camera causes the Stegosaurus herd to go on the attack. Anyways, let's talk about the sculpt now. Sculpt looks pretty great to me. I mean, I'm no design expert, so if it's not 100% accurate to the CGI model, I wouldn't know. Something that really grills my cheese though is this eye. I mean, what is it looking at? Is there grass up there or something? Maybe it's looking at my air vent up there thinking cockroaches are gonna come crawling out of it. Yeah. Me too, buddy. Me too. There is a seam going across the back of the figure where the dorsals are connected. It's not noticeable if you're not a stickler like me, but still, I wish it was molded on there like the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus. See the lack of seam? Yeah, that's nice. The sculpt work and paint work on the dorsals is great, displaying many outlines and crevices on them that are gorgeously sculpted. The thagomizer on the back of the tail is beautifully sculpted as well, with even the entry points where the thagomizers enter into the Stegosaurus's body being sculpted as well. But yeah, as per usual Hammond Collection quality, the sculpt is great. If I had to give this toy a flavor based off of its color scheme, I'd say lemon lime, a very sour flavor. They have green going all the way over the top of the figure, and they have yellow going down all the bottom of the figure. Something that's a little bit awkward is the head paint doesn't align with the neck. I don't know if this is intentional or if it's a mistake in the manufacturing process. It just looks a little bit awkward with the yellow not aligning with the yellow on the neck. Also, good job, Mattel. All the toe claws are painted. And they also have some light dry brushing on the stomach, which looks quite nice. Something I like to complain about how this figure is built, is the tail is really heavy on this thing, and sometimes when displaying it, it can weigh the figure down. I mean, it's great for getting the figure to stay on its hind legs, but at the same time, it can tip it over like that easily, which is not usually a good thing for a Stegosaurus figure. Now, let's talk about the articulation.
The head can move up and down. However, there is no jaw articulation whatsoever, which is kind of frustrating because it's a dinosaur toy. And I mean, I get it. It's an herbivore. It eats plants, and the head is fairly small, so the jaw articulation would have been hard to get in there. But at the same time, they did it for the baby Stegosaurus. Why couldn't they have done it for the adult as well? The head can also move in a full 360 degrees, and the neck can move side to side and up and down. The front legs can be spread out like this, and they can also be turned in a full 360 degrees. They also have a nice crunch at the knees and can also be turned in a full 360 degrees. The feet can move up and down and be turned in a full 360. The back legs on the figure spread out so that you can reach more dynamic poses. And the legs can be turned in a full 360 degrees and have a nice crunch at the knees and can be moved outward at the knees. The knees can also be turned in a full 360 degrees, and the foot can move up and down just like the other foot and be turned in a full 360 degrees. The tail is filled with bendy wire and a ball joint, helping you reach more dynamic poses.
Now, let's do some size comparisons.
Here it is next to the Hammond Collection Allosaurus, and I have to say, they look great next to each other, which I'm glad that they size so well to each other, because these two animals actually fought in real life during the Jurassic period. Here it is next to my old Fallen Kingdom Stegosaurus. As you can see, it's a whole lot bigger. Here it is next to the Legacy Collection's Dr. Alan Grant. Here it is next to the Hammond Collection's Tiger Raptor, which I reviewed in the last episode. And here it is next to Kenner's old Triceratops. Here it is next to the Hammond Collection's Spinosaurus. And lastly, here it is next to the Hammond Collection Parasaurolophus.
Alright folks, that's going to have to wrap it up. I have to say that this is a great addition to the Hammond Collection, and honestly, I'm surprised it took them this long to add it, since, you know, it's a Stegosaurus. Anyways, I'm going to be taking a break from toy reviews to try out some different content. I might have made a poll hinting at it not too long ago. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe so that I can reach 1,000 subscribers before I die of old age. Oh, bye-bye!